introduce a partner duo that's worked so hard to give you such quality content for tonight's training. And so we want to go ahead and pass the baton to the great Michelle Wales and Victor Pulido. Guys, take it away.
Hey guys. All right. So hello everybody. So me and Victor were actually going to be going over overcoming objections. So he is a representative with our company. A lot of us do know him as Spicy, but his real name is actually Victor Pulido, and of course I am a district leader, and my full name is Michelle Lee Wills.
Hi guys, again, many of you really don't know my name, but it is Victor Pulido, so aka Spicy. So each day, I would really like to say, start each day with a grateful heart. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for the collaboration with this great person, my Colombian friend. I appreciate her. And thank you for Shot Caller and Sir Chief for bringing us together with this collaboration. Because with this collaboration, I'm going to add spice to your life. And here I go. Next slide, please. So let me tell you about myself. Here's my family. I'm a family of 6, youngest of 4. We were all born in the Philippines, but we were practically raised in California. So technically, we're California kids. And what brought us here to the States, hence the 2 flags of America and the Philippines, is that we came as a military family, guys. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned, me being the youngest in my family, I consider it leaving my nest egg. Always being the youngest, you know, in any family or my family, it's like, I've always had that feeling of, oh, you know, you got to be taken care of. But guess what? I decided to take care of myself, and I left my nest egg to join the Air Force. So I did that for 20 years. I've traveled to many places such as Texas, South Korea, Germany, Russia, Florida, and back to Texas, guys. Yeehaw. Next slide, please. So after I retired from the military, I went to school, and this is how I got started with the company. So the reason why I joined Primerica was to actually help out the student who happened to be a veteran at the time, who is, and she says, "Can you help me out with my promotion?" I said, "Sure, no problem. Anything for a veteran." But here's what happened with me. Even though I was helping her out, I think she really helped me out, because she quit. She did. But guess who stayed? This guy. This guy right here. I stayed because I enjoyed the business. I loved what I was learning. And it was my way as working human resources to know that I was still helping people outside the uniform. And at the time, check this out. My little sign there. So that is my group right over there. Peace Centers over there. We're representing the whole military thing. But at the same time, when you happen to get a military guy, at the time, my own IBA was free. So it was waived. So knowing the fact that I figure, hey, what better way? What do I got to lose? Nothing. So boom, that's how I started. And again, because of this collaboration with everything going on, you know, it just, you know, kept rolling right over there. Next slide, please. Let me continue with the rest of my story as we collaborate more. In my portion is to collaborate with this person right over here, Miss Chica herself, Miss Colombian, that I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate also you, Shot Caller, and Christian, for us, bring us together. And thank you for everyone for sharing this time with us. And as I introduce you to you, Michelle Lee Wales, District Leader right over here. You go, girl, and give it your best.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Spicy. Yes, just like he said, we do want to thank God first, just for really giving us this opportunity. We have actually never worked together. We're not even in the same RVP, but because of the way this team works, it's actually really exciting that we're able to work together. But like he said, I am a district leader with Primerica. I am Colombian, but I'm also half white, so Colombian and white. And then, of course, just always thank you for the leaders for always being there, especially Carla, Shock Collar, and Shirt Chief. Thank you for everything you do. But just a little bit about me. So this is actually my family. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually an identical twin sister. My twin sister is the one who's actually holding the little baby. It's my niece. Then the bald guy is actually one of my older brothers. And then my sister, well, the other white girl, she's my older sister. I'm actually the youngest, and then those are my parents. And then the one on the side is actually the oldest of my siblings, my brother. He actually just passed away in November, but he's still my biggest why. He was definitely the one who was always pushing me the hardest. He was one of my best friends. Losing him was sad, but I definitely kept everything that he always told me to keep going in the business. So that's pretty much my family right there. Now, before joining Primerica, I actually had just graduated the Humane Society Academy, and I was actually going to go continue on with the classes because ever since I was about 6 years old, I've actually always wanted to work with animals. But then when I came here, it was just really for extra income. Once I started working and doing my training, I really saw what we were able to do. That's why it was such a no-brainer to go ahead and quit my dream career to go on full-time with the company. Now, the reason I joined, like I said, initially it was just to make extra income. I didn't even care to have a career here, do anything here. I just wanted an extra, about $500 a month just to be able to, hold myself during the training while I got myself together. But like I said, during the training, the reason why training is so important when it comes to recruiting is because you get to help them. Now, for my situation, I actually grew up seeing a lot of poverty. See, growing up, my parents, we were pretty much the community home. Pretty much, so if you were a female who was leaving an abusive situation, any kind of situation, you had young children, but you're going to be left on the street, we always took you in. The problem with that is at one point, we had so many people that me and my twin sister literally slept on top of the kitchen table. So something in my mind that I thought was normal, I thought either my kids were going to be on the table or they were going to be on the kitchen floor, which was something that bothered me. But then actually working with Primerica, I saw Primerica actually has a financial key to helping families achieve their freedom. And also, just like the quote says, once you have belief in yourself, you're actually able to achieve things you were born to do. And then just kind of getting on with our training, we brought up 4 recruiting objectives. The questions that you guys are probably objections you're probably going to hear during recruiting is, let me think about it, or I don't know anybody. I know someone who knows somebody who knows somebody, right? And then I don't know how to study. Now, for the first objection is, let me think about it. So when it comes to this, it's probably because you didn't answer the question that they had, or maybe they had a question but they don't want to ask because they feel stupid or for whatever reason. Now, the best way to avoid this is by doing something very simple. It's called mirror and matching. When you mirror and match somebody, the best way to do that is by learning the STAR system. Trust me, I am not the best when it comes to interviewing. I tend to mess up a lot, but the one thing I'm good at is mirror and matching somebody. Now, for those of you who don't know what STAR is, STAR is this. So S is structure. It's usually a type of person that needs clarity and organization. T is technical, theory. They need facts. This type of personality loves facts, solving problems. Now, an A is actually my biggest letter, which is action-oriented. It's a personality who loves adrenaline, hitting goals, making history, things like that. And of course, our R's, relationships, is a type of person that loves helping people and being a part of something special. So me being an A-type personality, if I do an interview with somebody who's T, I can't go there and be like, we're going to kill it, we're going to win, because I promise you, you are going to scare them away. But if you go ahead and just by knowing this, by reading the person, seeing how they are, you're able to give the appropriate kind of interview for that particular person. So make sure you go ahead and study this. And then for our next objection.
There it is. Sorry about that, guys. So the next objection, I want to say it's personally for me, because I was that someone who knew someone who knew someone. And technically, you want to ask, with anything, is you always want to ask a question. Sometimes they may reflect the question, deflect the question, to not answer the question, but basically you're still going to ask more questions. One common question is, did that person get licensed? And if they did, did they quit? In this business, it's all about making money. If you don't make money, if you can't make money, then obviously you need to get licensed to do that. So with that track in mind, do they follow others, or do they have it in their own? Basically, with that one is we have we do have a 30 to 90 day training system where it will help them get licensed and guess what? Also make that money too as well. So again, with any experience, it will be their own experience, not from what they heard, not what they were told, but if you get licensed, you'll be able to know what the real deal is.
Exactly. Like I said, you always want to ask questions. Asking questions is always really key. You never just want to assume you know what they're talking about. And then for our final question is I don't know anybody. Or for our third question is I don't know anybody. This is something that we do hear a lot. Now, usually when they feel like they feel like they don't know anybody, they're really just thinking about the people that they just texted about 2 hours ago. So that nobody's really coming to mind. But what I like to do is I just grab their phone, and then I go ahead and I go down through every single person in their contact list. So I'll have them get a paper and pencil. I'll get their cell phone, and I'll be like, okay, who is Abigail? Who's Billy? Who's Sierra? And I just go down the list, and then you ask them, okay, are they married? Are they 18 to 25? Do they have children under 18? Are they homeowners? Are they occupation? Go ahead and rate them so that way you know when it comes to their training, you know whether to take them to KTA appointments, if they're going to be better for interview appointments. Also, now, because especially the day and age that we live in, a lot of times we don't have people's phone numbers, but we have them on social media. So what is it? I go ahead and go on and get their phone, go on the app, go on their friends list. Okay, let's go through each person, and it's the exact same thing as you do the contact list. We all know people. It's just remember that you're the one in charge, not to recruit. So when you let them say, oh, okay, well, you don't know anybody, you're letting them be in charge. But by you kind of getting their phone, going through the contacts yourself, you're more in control, and they'll go ahead and respect and listen to more to that. And I promise you, we all know about 5 people, and each 5 person knows at least 5 people. It's real simple. It's just making sure you're growing that contact list.
And the last question we guys got is, I don't know how to study. Again, by asking questions, once again, you ask questions like, hey, what do you mean? You really need to find out what they're afraid of. Are they afraid of studying or failing? I know when I was in college, the whole studying and then failing, like I need to study for a whole week so I don't fail that test. So of course, everyone had that fear. Find out how they study. Are they short span or long span? I mean, do they need study groups? So guess what? We, as your teammates, we will assure you that you are not alone. You're not. We have your instructors, your PFSU instructors, your teammates, we have your mentors. People are out there for doing one thing, looking out for your success. So, with our personal belief, we know you could do it. So again, to reassure you that we've done it, we're here for you, and we're here for your success to get licensed and to make money too as well.
All right, and that does conclude our whole thing. So pretty much, you guys, as you guys know, always ask questions, always find out exactly what it is they need, always stay in control, and learn the STAR system. Now, if you guys do have any questions, don't be afraid to go ahead and reach out to myself and to Victor. Facebook is always easy messenger. My name on Facebook is Michelle Lee Wells, as is my Instagram, and then also Spicy, his Facebook is Euro Devic. Now, if you want to text or call me, go ahead. You can go ahead and reach out to me at RVP for my phone number, and I'm able to text, call. So as Victor, will go ahead and help each other. Go ahead and recruit. Thanks, guys.
Awesome job, Michelle Wales and Victor, guys. That was excellent. I was just, I had my cheek like, I was lifted like that. My smile was so big, and me and Christian were just so proud of you guys. Look, I'm just letting you know. Mastery 101, this is not where, you go watch a video, or I tell the trainers to go ahead and research, what to teach, guys. I wanted everybody to teach what they know, guys, because when you know something, you're confident about something, right? And I just love those objections, because honestly, those are the ones that, that most people don't go over, but are needed, are essential, guys. And so this is not textbook training. This is not, go at a Hector Lamarck, listen to how he overcomes it and teaches it. Our mastery trainers are all teaching it from the heart, teaching what they know. And I love that. Right? That's the real deal, Holyfield, guys, because there's nothing that can take away the experience. So let me go ahead and